Now, we're going to discuss animation. I already created the project RAC Demo 9. First, let's create the folder anim. So, in your folder app, right-click on it, select New, then select or click Android Resource Directory. On the resource type, select anim. So, you will have the directory name anim, short for animation. Click OK. Then, right-click on folder anim, select New, click Animation Resource File. I will name it as alpha. Click OK. So, it will create the XML file. The root tag in our animation is set. We can use the following tags: alpha, rotate, scale, and translate. So, let's start with alpha. It refers to the visibility or opacity of your object. So if it is 0, it is invisible. If it is 1, it is visible. So I will use the property from alpha equal to 0, alpha equal to 1, and for the duration is in milliseconds. So 1000 is equivalent to 1 second. And for the repeat count, it refers the number of times your animation will be repeated. So let's say 3. Then let's close. Now, aside from this XML file, I also prepared other files such as the rotation.xml, which will rotate the object. So we have the tag rotate, the starting degrees from degrees 180 to 360. And the duration is 500. The repeat count is 500. Then I add another tag which the same tag rotate, this time from 0 degrees to 360 degrees, and the repeat count is infinite. I use the pivot X and pivot Y so that the coordinates of the center of the rotation is within 50%. I also have the scale.xml, which will change the size of our object. So from X scale and from Y scale, I use 1, to X scale, Y scale 2, so that the size will be doubled. And for the center of resizing, I use the pivot X and pivot Y 50%, so it will be proportion. And for the repeat count, I use infinite, so it will continue the resizing from 1 to 2, and the repeat mode is reverse. Then, we have also the translation.xml, which will move the object in a certain coordinate. So, from x delta 0 to x delta negative 400, which means the object will move from the current position going to left, and the repeat count is 3. Then another translate, which this time I only change the y delta from 0 to y delta equals 400, so it will move going down for the duration of 500 or 0.5 seconds. Notice that I use start offset so that it will only animate after the first animation going to left to right, then going down. Then I add another translate, which will move from 0 to 300 going to right, and y is 0 to negative 400. So it will move diagonally going up, okay, because the y delta is negative. The duration is 200, and it will only start after 5 seconds. And for the last animation, let's combine some of it. So again, right-click on folder anim, select new, click on animation resource file, And let's name it as combination. It should be in a small letter because it is an XML file. And so I will just copy the alpha here and then place it in the rotation. So let's say the duration is 2000 and the repeat count is 5. Another one for the rotation. So I will copy this and I will use the repeat count into equivalent to 5 and the reverse mode, let's say reverse. And then for the scale, okay, I'll just copy this and I will use the duration 2000 and for the repeat count, say 5 and there's no reverse. Save. In my strings.xml, I have the tag strings with the following names and their values, which will be used on the bottoms as label in my layout. So in our activity main.xml, we have the text view, which is already there upon creation of the project. I just changed the ID and its text size. And I prepare 5 buttons. I changed the labels, the text, which I did or prepared in strings.xml. And for the functions that it will do, so on click, we have do alpha, do translate, okay, so do rotate, do scale, do combine, and reset or do reset. So let's start our programming. I'm going to manipulate the text view, so I will declare text view. So let's say TV. Import the text view class and bind our text view in the layout using find view by ID or that ID that. So we're going to use text view semicolon. And let us declare our animation. Animation, I will name it as my animation semicolon. So for our methods, we have public void do alpha and it requires parameter view. So let's import the class view and we will use now our animation. So my animation is equal to animation utils dot load animation this comma and our animation. So that is r dot anim dot we will use our alpha dot xml. So we will assign it in our text view. TV dot start animation and our variable animation. So we have 5 methods. Public, I will just copy this. 2, 3, 4, 5. We have do, rotate, and do scale, and Do translate. And we have the combination. So do combine. Save. For our method do reset, so we have public void do reset. We have parameter view. So we will set our text view, set animation, null value so that the animation will stop. Maybe that set x. So let's say the position. Maybe that set y. And the visibility, so set alpha. Let's make it 1. Okay. Save the program. And now let's run the program. So it will blink. And for the translate, we have our translate.xml. So again, translate, going to the left 3 times, then it will go down, and then it will move diagonally going up. For the rotation, so we have rotate, so that is from 180 degrees, and then we have your from 0 to 360. So you have rotate, then 360. For scale, so it will move, okay, go bigger twice, proportionally because of pivot x and y. For the combination, so we have this. So we have alpha, rotate, and scale. So I reset, say translate, set, alpha. That's it.